Hi guys, hello and welcome back again to another video. This is Coach Katya, and for today I'll be talking about the sources of equipment or resistance for your resistance training. This would be categorized in 5: your body weights, your machines, your free weights, your bands, and your suspension trainers or your suspension training equipment. For the first example of your bodyweight exercise, this is just your plain old bodyweight squats. And not all the time body weights are the easiest or the safest for beginners, because just like for this example, your planks, a lot of people find this exercise hard, especially the beginners, and it is not always safe for them. The next category is the machine. And for this example, what I'm doing here is a leg press. It could be substitute for your bodyweight squats because a lot of people have limited range of motion when they do their squats, especially the beginners. And this is one exercise that can be done by beginners. Machines are just expensive, but they're well assisted, and commonly they have cables, adjustable weights, or moving parts. The next category are your free weights. What I'm doing here is a goblet squats using a 10 kilogram kettlebell. Bars and plates are another example for you to use as your free weights. Just to add, it's not always the equipment or the free weights that you usually find at the gym. You could use free weights that you can find at home. For example, a gallon of water or a heavy bag. That could be your free weight. Just a reminder, make sure that you're lifting your weights safely, and if you're lifting heavily already with using your free weights, make sure that you have a spotter or someone who could assist you. Next would be your resistance bands, and when you're doing this exercise, the farther you are from its attachment point, the harder or the heavier the resistance would be. Just make sure that you're careful when doing this, especially when you lose your grip or when the resistance band snaps. Resistance bands are cheap and very easy to carry, especially when you travel a lot. Next is your suspension training or your suspension trainers. This is one of the newest sources of resistance, and it could be used by beginners up to advanced athletes and even the military. The military were the ones who invented this, and just so you know, just a brief background, suspension trainers were first used by the military. They were just using a judo belt and their harnesses from their parachutes. And as you can see, the farther you are from the pivot point, the easier the exercise. The closer you are, the harder the exercise would be. That's why I told you that suspension trainers could be used by beginners and advanced athletes. There are hard exercises such as this one, the ground-based exercise for your core, or your knee to chest exercise using your TRX or your suspension training. As I've mentioned before, the military were the ones who first used this. It was the US military, I think it was the Navy SEALs. And then when they were using their judo belts and their parachute harnesses, they consulted an engineer to design a suspension trainer for them to use when they're in battlefields. That's why for people who travel a lot, this is a really good equipment that you can bring with you. So that's it for this video. I'll see you again on my next ones. Bye!